Welcome to Family History with Chris, where we talk about family and history and family history. And today I wanted to talk about uh, tracking family history. So I've had this idea for a while that, maybe it'll help me to do my family history if I was to track what I have done throughout the week and uh, do it like on a weekly basis or something. And this also comes from, I can't take full credit about this because uh, Jared from Christian Homestead, he does, he tracks a whole bunch of stuff and does a very good job on his trackers. But he doesn't do family history, so I think I'm okay. uh, anyway, uh, I I I wanted to share this with you because I thought it would be a great idea if you were interested in having your family history tracked, or what work you do during the week or whatnot. I would love to share this with you and track it for you, so maybe we can uh, say, okay, this week we got this much done, this is what we have. So let me show you what I have. It's a work in progress. I don't know if this is the way I want it, or how I'm going to do it, or whatnot. But um, at the top here, this is a running total. So it's everything that we have. We got number of index names. So like when you go into Family Search, you can go in and do index names, and it does like 10 or 20 at a time or something like that. And so, okay, that's fine. If you do that like in a week, say, okay, I've done this many index names. And those names can be, for anybody. Uh, we've got number of names merged. So, like for instance, you're looking through your line and you see someone. Just pick a person, and you merge two identifications together. That it's like, okay, there's one. Or even if there's like one person and there's like three of them on that person, I would consider that three, because like still working on that. Family members found. This one's a fun one because it's like who's not on your you got your pedigree chart, right? And whoever's not on your pedigree chart, whoever you add to it, uh, then we say, hey, we found this, this many family members, and I'll explain a little bit more in a bit. But then, you got birth dates found, the locations, marriage, locations, death dates, locations, other information. So other information is like there could be an array of uh, things such as pictures or stories or just interesting things that you have found, grave sites, uh, anything that you add to, um, maybe a memory or something like that. Anything you add to a person, you say, okay, we'll just put it in the other information. Now, if you have any ideas, if we need to split that up or whatnot, that's okay too. We can do that. Um, the last section, and I kind of want to separate this out a little bit, but it's like going to the temple. Not everybody can. I understand not everybody goes to the temple, but uh, this is for those names that go through. Uh, there's baptisms, initiatories, endowments, and sealings. Sealings, you got sealings to spouse, sealings to parents. We're just going to combine them and put them into sealings. So if any of your people um, go through and get these, or if you do it for somebody, uh, say, hey, I've been to the temple. We we did like 4 baptisms, whatnot. Then we could just track that, 4. there. So um, down at the bottom is where I started, and so we got the week of this week. I started this on the 23rd, so it's only been 3 days, and I noticed, Family Search and Ancestry are different. What Family Search encompasses everything, and includes the temple work and things like that, as far as I know. Um, Ancestry is more about your own, um, add. You've got your own pedigree chart. Family Search, I believe it's like an all-encompassing one pedigree chart. Um, so on Ancestry this week, I'm looking. I'm trying to get that line to Charlemagne, see what I can find in Ancestry. But going through it, um, it only goes so far. So you click on those leaves, say, okay, well, here's another person, and here's another person, and here's another person. So that's why I have three family members found. Now on Family Search, they're already there, so it's not a problem. You want to know something fun? I'll tell you in a minute. So then we got like other information. I found a bunch of pictures, and randomly, I found out that my mother was in Pep Club in high school, and found a picture. She's still alive, but and I could have asked her. I didn't know, and now that I found it, I can say, "Hey, Mom, how was Pep Club?" Maybe I can get some information from her, get a story or two. That'll be fun. Now, as far as baptisms, I mean, I don't know. I don't think Ancestry does the temple work stuff. If I'm wrong, please let me know. But anywho, I'm still working this out because, like, let's say if I was to do this and my friend, okay, I know you're watching, but let's say Cliff decides to join in. You could be anonymous or whatnot, or I could put on like anonymous. Well, I'd have to figure out. I could put on like some code or whatnot for myself, so I know who. Uh, well, actually, no. How can we do that? It's like we could just put on like others and maybe do the same thing. Let's just add this. Yeah, this is on Google Docs because I'm too cheap to buy Microsoft Excel. I kind of frustrated with that whole thing. Like back in the day, it was free to everyone, and then all of a sudden, oh, by the way, let's if you want this, we're gonna charge you. Got to make some money somehow, I guess. Let's see, copy, and we'll go paste, and just we could type in others, I guess. So maybe we can do if you want to be separate. I could put you on there, or we could just put you in with the others, uh, and then just do it that way. You know what I want to do, and I'll work on this later. But like, I'd like to separate this out. Another thing I'd like to do, I think it would be cool to see if with everybody who is on Family History with Chris, to see if we could visit all the temples. You know, so I have this goal of going to as many temples as possible, and this came from my grandparents. They had the goal of going to all the temples, And for me, this is like going in the temple, performing an ordinance or whatnot. And that was back when there was only 16 temples, and they almost had it. And then Hinckley comes out, and like the explosion. There's just went up to 100, and they were like, "Well, we'll go to as many as possible." And so I thought that would be a fun idea. And if you'd like to join in, maybe we can see with everybody who's on this channel, how many temples have we visited? Um, and I'm still working out the idea. I'm going to put off to the side like all the temples uh, that are up and running, and I'd like to do it in chronological order. So, say for instance, we got the St. George Temple. Now we're going to skip the Kirtland and the Nauvoo because, well, no, Nauvoo will be in, but just down later. But we'll start with the St. George Temple, and for instance, I've been to that, so I can check that off or mark it green or something. um, all the temples that we have done ordinances in, let's just, I can mark them off. And then any that we have visited, maybe we'll do it a different color because it's like, for instance, the Seattle temple. I've been there. I have not been in it. Um, and there's multiple, like Brigham City. I've seen that one. Um, the new Lehigh temple. I don't know if that's, yeah, that temple that's just right off the I-15. Seen it, haven't been in it. Um, San Diego, I haven't been in. Um, let's see, Las Vegas, I think I've seen, but I haven't been in. I mean, there's a lot of them, and it's fun to just go on the temple grounds and take a picture of those pretty buildings. But uh, I think what's more important is doing the work. But it'd be cool to see if we could get all of the temples um, checked off in that sense. Caracas Temple, I've been to that one. I mean, that's my only foreign temple, and we got a lot more to go. So, anywho, I think I'm rambling on now. I I think this would be a great idea. If anything, I'm going to do it. Maybe I will keep you updated on a weekly basis. Say, okay, this is our running total so far. We've got uh, 3 family members found, 10 other informations, and just go from there. And then if there's anything interesting that I found, maybe I can bring it up. Oh, there's one other thing. So, Pioneer Day, happy Pioneer Day. This past week, I noticed that uh, Hilleman's Army was on live. So that's he's my friend and stuff, and he allowed others to join. I was able to join in and just talk about family history. And the neat thing I think was I found out this is my friend from high school, and we've been friends, yeah, forever here. So, but we found out that we are related. Uh, and like I've said before, you go far enough back, you're related to everybody. But we are seventh cousins once removed, and just by him talking about one of his lines, it's through my hatch line, um, where it goes into the Spragues, and I think it's William Sprague or something that where the connection is. So that brought me up to I think in the future I will be doing a video on William Sprague. He's far enough back. I think it goes back to like Plymouth Rock or maybe a little further back um, in history. That's okay. I'll see what I can find on that and probably do a video on that. So with that, uh, thank you for watching. If you're still here, and if you'd like to do this, leave me a comment. I'd be happy to track with you, or I'd be happy to have others track with me. And I will catch you next time. Bye.